So when we talk about this whole concept of resiliency and the ability to bounce back from a traumatic event, the one area of your life that you may not think of right away is that physical area of your life. You know, it's the physical pillar. And so I want to take a look at, like, what are the benefits of being in shape? I mean, it is amazing. Like, when you are in shape, you feel good about yourself, you look good, and your just overall outlook on life tends to be a little bit healthier. It puts you in a better position to have a healthy outlook on life. So it's huge. When you get out and work out, it reduces your stress, it reduces your anxiety, it releases toxins that your body builds up, it releases endorphins, and it is just huge. It helps you to think better and all of this. So the question is, what changes then do I need to make in my life to help strengthen my resiliency, my physical fitness pillar? Okay. Now, I recognize this, that some of you may be listening and you're coming in like you would rate yourself at like a 5, you know, and there's not a whole lot different that you could do to make yourself in better shape, and that's great. And so your challenge is going to be, how do you continue to maintain that level of fitness? And that's a good thing. But others of you, you might come in at like a 0. And if that's where you're at, hey, that's where you're at. But let's not stay there. So the question for you is, how do we get you from a 0 to a 1? And then once 1 becomes your new baseline, how do you go from a 1, say, to a 2? And then a 2 to a 3, and so on. The goal is that we want to keep bumping this up. So here's a couple suggestions that may help take you in the right direction. Number 1, reduce your sugar intake by 50%. Some of you that might be hard, but I know so many kids that have such an awful diet, and I tell you, if your diet is bad, then it's not going to help strengthen your physical pillar very much. So reduce your sugar intake by 50%. Maybe some of you need to just consider eliminating all soda and carbonated beverages from your diet altogether. That might be hard. It might sound like I'm extreme, but I want you to try it for 30 days and tell me if you don't feel a difference. It will change your life, okay? So the second thing you could do is this: get 8 hours of sleep every single night. You think, sleep? How can sleep change my physical fitness pillar? It can. Like, it's amazing. When we get our rest, it helps us to process some of the stuff that's going on in our world. We are able to concentrate better. We're fresh. We wake up and we're ready to go. I know so many kids that struggle to even get 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night. So aim to get 8 hours of sleep. Again, try it for 30 days and tell me if you don't feel the difference. So just consider, like, what are some routines that I may need to change in my life in order to get to that 8 hours of sleep. It might mean that you need to go to bed a little bit earlier and start your bedtime routine a little bit earlier, but it can make a huge difference, and it's a huge force multiplier. And the third thing that I would challenge you to do is this: do something every day that will elevate your heart rate for about 20 minutes at a time. So get 20 consecutive minutes of exercise every single day. And this doesn't need to be strenuous. Maybe it's something as simple as walking the dog for 20 minutes. And that might serve your mom or dad a little bit just by helping out with some of those chores. It might mean that you just do jumping jacks in the basement if it's cold outside, or doing some push-ups, or doing some sit-ups, or doing anything that would just help elevate your heart rate for 20 consecutive minutes. So again, it's not exhaustive. These are just simple little suggestions that you can make. These are the 2 millimeter shifts that can have a huge force multiplier difference in your life. All right, if you like this, please like, share, or comment, and I hope you find these super, super helpful, and I look forward to our next video together.